Adolescence, an age of fun, frolic and laughter. An age of learning and developing skills, both formally and informally. But adolescence is also an age of challenges, of stepping into adulthood, of learning to shoulder responsibilities, of withstanding peer pressure and making choices. Such as the choice of experimenting with and using harmful substances. What starts off as a fun activity, normally under peer pressure, can easily spiral into the use of other, more harmful drugs and even addiction. The consequence of substance abuse and addiction could be grave, with repercussions over a lifetime.
People suffering from tension, stress and loneliness think that it is a good way of moving away from all that if we have a breakup. If the guy is too serious about that girl and there's a breakup, then he does enter into depression, and then studies we don't get the expected marks, and then that leads to tension.
कुछ बच्चों पर स्ट्रेस भी होता है, लेकिन उन्हें गाइडेंस होनी चाहिए, उन्हें गाइड करना चाहिए.
I think drug abuse is an issue, and you can't really sweep it under the carpet, because when a student at the age group of 10 or 11 opens a newspaper and reads so much which is not given in his text, or it is electronic media, or it is the parents or other adults or the community members indulging, then he also gets either tempted or he wants to feel like a macho man, and be one up on others. But we do know the dangers, and the first time could actually be the most dangerous sort of beginning, which could lead not only to his own disaster, but he might take others with him along.
मैं जिम्मेदार समझता हूँ माँ बाप. पहले तो जो समस्या थी ड्रग अब्यूज़ की, ये थी छोटे तबके के लोगों में. जो हमारा जो लोअर स्टैट है हमारी सोसाइटी का, जिसे हम डिप्राइव्ड क्लास कहते हैं, नॉट कहते हैं, तो झुग्गी झोपड़ी या स्लम बस्ती में रहने वाले लोग हैं, ये लोग ड्रग अब्यूज़ की तरफ ज़्यादा आकर्षित थे. लेकिन आज सिचुएशन थोड़ी सी डिफरेंट हो गई. शायद मीडिया या फिल्म्स का या वेस्टर्न कल्चर का इतना प्रभाव की यंगर जनरेशन अपने स्ट्रेस की वजह से और अपनी ब्रोकन फैमिलीज की वजह से, जो घरों में उनके तनाव है, पेरेंट्स के पास टाइम नहीं है, शायद कुछ ऐसे कारण जिनकी वजह से ड्रग्स की तरफ काफ़ी अट्रैक्ट होते जा रहे हैं लोग. यंगर जनरेशन धीरे धीरे इस तरफ बहुत आकर्षित हो रही है. बहुत ज़रूरत है इस बहाव को उस तरफ रोकने की. अन्यथा जिनके कंधों पर देश का बोझ है, जिन्होंने आगे बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी निभानी है, विशेषकर भारत जैसे देश में, वहाँ अगर इस तरह की समस्या विकराल रूप ले जाएगी तो बहुत ही मुश्किल होगा.
Evidence from across the world has shown that if young people are given correct information and life skills at the right time, the chances of them making informed choices, thereby preventing substance use, are high. In response to the urgent need of bridging the information gap at the right time, the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime have embarked upon a national school-based awareness program for substance use and HIV/AIDS prevention among youth.
I decide, ये मेरा निर्णय है, मेरा जीवन है और मेरा निर्णय है, और इसमें हम किसी को हस्तक्षेप नहीं करने दें.
The program looks at catching them young and reaching out to students from class 6 to class 12 with age-appropriate content. 2 teachers are trained from each of the schools contacted. The teachers then become the advocates for this program in the school, sensitizing teachers and school authorities on the need for this program and introducing the issue to their students in a non-judgmental manner. The modules developed as part of this program are given to each school, based on which teachers and students carry out the program in a fun and interactive manner. The teachers engage students, speaking to them about myths and facts that prevail around substance use and HIV, the harmful effects of drugs, and the influence of media, and also help them to develop essential life skills. This program does not talk down to students or adopt a moralistic approach. Instead, it aims to empower young people with knowledge and confidence so that they can make appropriate choices at the right time. Role plays help them to experience stressful situations in a safe environment, preparing them in advance for reality. The program strategy incorporates a peer-led approach as young people learn best from their friends and peers. A concerted effort is made to stay away from the lecture medium, using interactive methods like skits, games, and other activities instead.
बच्चे दूर ही रहें इन चीज़ों से और कुछ बच्चे तो समझदार भी होते हैं, कुछ हद तक अपने आप में वो कंट्रोल रखते हैं, पर कुछ बच्चों के लिए गाइडेंस बहुत ज़रूरी है. उनको बताना, उनका करना, उनको समझाना बहुत ज़रूरी है.
ये प्रोग्राम डेफिनेटली होने चाहिए एंड आई थिंक एक लार्जर पॉपुलेशन को एड्रेस करना चाहिए. डेफिनेटली टीचर्स बट ज़्यादा लार्जर पॉपुलेशन को भी एड्रेस करना चाहिए.
The program also involves the parents, encouraging them to talk to their children about drugs and setting good examples themselves.
Honestly, an eye-opener for me. Although everybody thinks that I thought I know everything about drugs and all, but the way you explain gave us some skills that how we can explain to our children.
The content has also been translated in many languages so that students from different regions can read them. So far, 200 government-aided and private schools, covering nearly 300,000 students, have been reached by the program. They are carried out in and around schools throughout the year by I Decide clubs, which have been set up in many schools. Important days like the International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking and World AIDS Day are observed across these schools. Today, there's a counterculture being created, which makes it cool to stay away from drugs.
इसकी वजह ही पीयर प्रेशर है, जो बच्चों की आपस में सोसाइटी है, उनका एक दूसरे पर असर, और एडोलेसेंट एज में बच्चों का जो रिस्क टेकिंग बिहेवियर है एक्सपेरिमेंट करने का, उसकी वजह से बच्चे जो हैं वो ड्रग एब्यूज़ की तरफ ज़्यादा जाते हैं कि एक्सपेरिमेंट करके देखना चाहते हैं. तो रिस्क टेकिंग बिहेवियर की वजह से वो ज़्यादा उसकी तरफ जाते हैं.
We are all I Decide Club members and we would like this campaign to continue further, not only in our school but around all over India, so that everybody can be aware of what substance abuse does to us and what are the ill effects of it.
A small beginning has been made, but we have miles to go before we sleep, so that many more children will then say,
I decide.
I decide. I decide I won't take drugs.
I decide I won't take drugs.
I decide.
I decide.
I decide I won't take drugs.